Hello folks, and welcome to Movie Mad Channel. It's James here. For those of you who are first time watchers, I am a movie collector, physical media, and at the moment I'm going through a bit of a dilemma storage wise. Basically I don't have any. So over the last couple of videos I have been doing a strategy which is one movie in, one movie out. And I've been continuing that over the course of the last week or so. And I've actually quite enjoyed it. I took a couple of movies that I thought, you know, they're on the shelf here. They're not going to be, I'm not going to watch them. Let's just take them down to CX and trade them in. And I've done that. And I have actually purchased a decent amount of movies from CEX, so I'll show you what those are. I've also received a couple of gifts and I'll show you those as well. So as I say, with my one in, one out strategy, I have took a few, and the first one I actually seen, I think it was on Wednesday in CEX at lunchtime during work. I went into the CX shop and I had a couple of wee things to trade in. I think I found from in the charity shop, and I think I got like something like a £12 voucher. And I was like, okay, well there's actually something in there for £12 that I would like in my collection. And it was the 4K of Ferris Bueller. And I took a look at this and I thought, I've got Ferris Bueller on Blu-ray on my shelf. So do I want to upgrade the Blu-ray to the 4K, because that's one in, one out. Even though it's the same movie, it's one in, one out. I had a look at it, and it has Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos in it. So I thought, you know, why not? So I done that, and I do like Ferris Bueller. But the only thing that's starting to get on my nerves a wee bit is that they are now just putting the 4K in, not the Blu-ray as well. So I had the Blu-ray and I thought, well, I'll put the Blu-ray in here. Or is that really in the spirit of one in, one out? It isn't, because, you know, that one would be gone and this, the Blu-ray would fit in the case here. But I thought, you know, you get a £5 trade for the Blu-ray. If I'm ever going to put it on, I'm probably going to watch the 4K. So let's just trade that in and take the credit. So I've done that. So, also, it's a really nice slip on this Ferris Bueller. You know, I again like things to look nice on the shelf, and I've been considering that lately because, you know, as much as it looks nice on the shelf, is it a good movie? Do I really need it? So I've got some tough decisions to make, and I'm going to give you an example of the dilemma I'm going through. So I like the HMV Premium Collection. It's really good. I've got a full shelf of them. It looks absolutely lovely. There's about 40 on the shelf. In fact, I was going to say I'll put the camera up and you can have a look, but that's great. Now, this is my dilemma. Right. I've got Top Gun. Here it is, in the HMV Premium Collection, sitting there, looking lovely, looking really nice. But do I really, really need Top Gun in the Premium Collection when I've got the 4K? Do I really, really need this? And this is where I'm having a bit of a dilemma, because this looks really, really good next to the other ones. But I actually don't need this. I'm sure there's other ones I can get rid of before this one, but that's the dilemma I'm sort of going through at the moment. I'm still having my dilemma. So there you go. Right, so back to what I was saying before. I decided to go, I had about £50 of CEX vouchers from my charity shop and then trading in bits and pieces. And on Friday I thought, I'm going to have a wee bit of a splurge here. Why not? Cheer myself up, get myself a wee splurge. So I picked up a few, and I knew that I'd be upgrading all of these, and it would mean that the Blu-ray can go out. I'm not quite sure if which ones of these have the Blu-ray or not, so let's have a wee look. So first one I picked up is Three Billboards Outside Epping County. I think this is a fantastic movie. I've rewatched it 2 or 3 times. So if you're going to have it in your collection and you are going to rewatch it, why not have it on 4K? And I paid the £10 from CEX for it. Did I check on this one whether it had Dolby Vision? It didn't. But this one does in fact include the Blu-ray. So that's fine. Fantastic movie, this one. If you haven't seen it, it's about a lady whose daughter's been murdered, and to put pressure on the police, she hires 3 billboards for a year. I'm not going to say more than that, because the premise of the story is a bit more in depth than that, but you get the idea, and it's a really, really good movie. In my opinion, of course. The next one I picked up is that my daughter would wholeheartedly disagree with this, but I think my favourite Spider-Man is Tobey Maguire. I went to the cinema to see the first Spider-Man with my cousin and my uncle, and I thought it was a fantastic movie. And when I seen it on 4K, I thought, I've got the third one, because I found it at the charity shop for like, no I didn't. Sorry, it was Amazing Spider-Man I found in the charity shop. The third one I got in the HMV sale for £4.99, but the first one has always been my favourite. So for £8, I thought it's time to upgrade that. I can't actually do one in, one out with this because I've got it in a triple pack. So what I need to do is I need to get the second one of these so I could get rid of the triple. And this one's got the Blu-ray in it as well. Nice disc as well. I didn't check whether this had Dolby Vision, but it does have Dolby Atmos on it. And as I say, if I'm going to rewatch a Spider-Man movie, I have to say it's probably going to be this one. I do like No Way Home. I do like Far From Home. I do like Homecoming. I do like the Andrew Garfield one as well. But if you put all of them in front of me, which one would I rewatch? It'd be this one. So that's always a good reason to upgrade it to 4K. Next one, is this a favourite of mine? I'm going to be honest with you, I can't remember because it's been such a long time since I've seen it. But I have got it, and I thought for £6 for a 4K, why not upgrade it? And it's in a nice thin case, and that's The Town with Ben Affleck, Jeremy Renner, Blake Lively and Rebecca Hall. And I thought, you know, for £6, why not? And it also has in it the Blu-ray. And you know what? When you're upgrading, a lot of these ones are in the thinner cases as well. So not only am I gaining, I'm not gaining a whole space, but I'm gaining a little bit. So that is why I got that one. We'll just check on it whether it's got Dolby Vision. I don't think this one does. It's got Dolby Audio, but there's no Dolby Vision. So again, I thought that was a pretty good deal for £6. Earlier in the week, I told you about the wee Amazon sort of glitch where you got 2 for £20, and I showed you Nobody, which I didn't have on any format, and I picked that up. But the other one I picked up, and I should have upgraded this a long time ago. You know, there was a couple others in CX. I'm now regretting not picking up and upgrading, like Braveheart. That Braveheart was there for a tenner. I should have probably took that. But because I think Gladiator and Braveheart are sort of on the same epic movie scale, and that's what sort of made me cross my mind. But for £10, Gladiator on 4K, brand new from Amazon, I thought, why not do that and take that with Nobody? And I did, and it came at different times. That's why I didn't show you at the other time. I'm just trying to see if this has got Dolby Vision on it. I don't think it does, but imagine that looks fantastic in 4K. What a movie that is. Richard Harris, Oliver Reed, both gone. Excuse me. And of course, Russell Crowe. I can't quote his epic speech word for word, but it's great. Oh yeah, Joaquin Phoenix, of course. So what a great movie again. And this one's got the Blu-ray in it as well. So I actually already had the Ferris Bueller and this already on the shelf because I had 2 spaces. So that was good. And I put those in there. So next, as you can see, I've been on a little bit of a splurge. Just give me 2 seconds, I'm going to grab a drink. You can probably see in shot at the side there, and I didn't realise you could see that, why I'm trying to do one in, one out, because as you can see there's a pile there that are sitting, there's a pile down here as well that are sitting that really need to be going on the shelves. So I can't really get movies without some going out. And in that spirit, I wanted to share. I did get a couple more 4Ks in the shop, and I'll show them in a second. But I picked up this, and I have these movies on Blu-ray, and they are actually culled a few times. And I thought, I'm actually going to put these movies out. And I decided I was actually going to watch them, and I actually really enjoyed them, so I didn't. So now I've got 4 individual. Excuse me. 4 individual movies in cases, and I thought for £6, if I upgrade to this, the 4 movie set, that is actually going to give me like 2 extra spaces. And if I put that up the top with my other box sets, it's actually going to give me 4 extra spaces, so some of that can go in there. So I thought, that's, you know, for £6, that's a good deal. I say I actually quite enjoy these films. The first one, the second one, the third one, and the fourth one. I enjoy them. I didn't think I was gonna, but I do. Woody Harrelson, and it's great, isn't he? And there's also a young Alan. What's his name? Alan, the guy that plays Jack Reacher. Richmond. There's a young Jack Richmond in there, but he's not all jacked up and looking all muscly. He's quite thin in this. I think he's in the first one. Yeah, he plays one of the Hunger Games contestants. So I thought that was a sound investment for space. I could have not got it and say I got a £6 voucher, but that gives me space. So I thought that's well worth it. Space is worth. So to say, more than money for me at this particular time, but that's not true. But it does mean, what I'm saying is I can get a wee bit more on the shelf with that. And the next 2, I've held back upgrading this one for a while because it was always £15 in CX. I would have preferred it at 10. It dropped to 12, but so I thought, you know what, why not? And that is The War of the Worlds with Tom Cruise. I actually really enjoy this one. I watch it over and over again. And is it Bill Paxton in the basement? Is Bill Paxton in this? He is in the basement, isn't he? Is that him? It's no Bill Paxton in the basement. It's the guy from The Shawshank Redemption.
Tim Robbins.
That's right. In the basement. And I'm like, see, I should really watch this. But I thought this is going to look great on 4K. Always wanted to get on 4K. So now was the time. So I took that as well. So as you can see, a little bit of a splurge. And the last one, I have all the first 10 Star Trek movies, the original cast and the Next Generation, on 4K now. I also have Star Trek Beyond from the New Kelvin timeline. I don't have Into the Darkness on 4K, I don't think. I'm pretty sure I don't. Yeah, I don't. And I was looking at this one on Amazon for quite a while, but it was always at £15 or £20. And when I seen it in the shop, thought, got to do that, got to upgrade it. I forgot to tell you about War of the Worlds, see if it was in Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos. Because Dolby Vision, I think Dolby Vision makes a big difference. But it doesn't seem to say that. on that one. Warner Bros. Also includes the Blu-ray, by the way, so that's handy. So, yes, I'll tell you a wee story about this movie. I was working in an office at the time, and my mate used to bring in like DVDs for everybody who would copy. I think they can now got them, but it was like, you know what I mean, bootleg ones. And he showed me a clip of this one in the start, and I thought, that looks absolutely awesome. The Kelvin timeline. It's also got, is it Thor in it?
What?
Thor plays James Kirk's dad, who gets killed on his first spaceship.
I don't know.
I think it's Thor. Is it Chris Hemsworth? I think it is. And I also thought that they cast Kirk very well with Chris Pine, Spock exceptionally well, and Bones with Carl Urban was the best casting, I think. Spock and, you know, all great tributes to the original series, and I thought this was a great movie. But, you know, like all movies, a little bit false, but I thought this was a really, really good attempt at a reboot, and I really enjoyed it. So glad to have that one as well, and I have got the Blu-ray of that, so that can go now. And I know I normally don't say I keep my Star Trek DVDs and all, but I've no affinity with the actual Blu-ray of this one, so I'll just do that. And I say this has got the Blu-ray in it anyway. It has got Dolby Atmos on it, it says, but it doesn't have Dolby Vision. So that is great. I think that's going to be great to watch. And the last one I picked up, this isn't an upgrade, it is a addition. So when we're one in, one out, I'm going to have to look and see what's going to go. Because one, if I've got one coming in, one has to go. I did actually get rid of another couple as well from my Arrow collection, Island of Death, which is an awful movie. And what else did I get rid of? Angela A with Luc Besson. There was a couple others, but I still haven't got enough space, so I'm going to have to get a one out things, and it might have to be the Top Gun Premium Collection, because this is a premium one as well coming in. I think you might remember this movie, Arlene. It's been a long time. I don't know if you've actually seen it, but it's the Tarzan with Christopher Lambert. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Greystoke, The Legend of Tarzan.
Yeah, I remember it now.
And I actually think that's a really, really good Tarzan movie.
I forgot he was in, I forgot about that movie.
And so did I. I didn't realise it's actually, it says 1984 on it, but it says 1983 on the side. But I really, really enjoy this one. So it's been a long time though since I've seen it, because I've not got it in the collection. I don't have it on DVD or any other format. So when I seen it for £6, I thought that's an addition I'm going to add in. It's got the things and the art cards. It's got a poster as well, but the main part is the movie is now in the collection, so that is excellent. So I've actually had a wee splurge this week on my vouchers. I've not got many left, but that's not too bad, because with my one in, one out, I get the vouchers. And Larry and I and Roy, we all have a group chat, and we were talking yesterday about Larry's on a little Viggo Mortensen exploration of his films at the moment. We're talking about his films like History of Violence, he's in Daylight, and we're talking about Hidalgo, and I mentioned to Larry that he was in G.I. Jane and as the drill instructor. So I don't know if Larry got himself a copy, but when I got home from work yesterday, there was an Amazon delivery, and I had the region-free edition of G.I. Jane, which I've actually watched it last night, and I thought that for an older Blu-ray, the quality on this was absolutely excellent. So it's a region-free one. I think that's only available in America. There's no UK Blu-ray, but this one's region-free. And as it's an older Blu-ray, there was a lot of trailers on it, and I watched the trailers, and I actually noted down a couple of films that I wanted to watch from it. So that was quite a good, like, sort of cinema experience. But I was going to say that I say that I think this is a good movie. A lot of people don't. I think it got slated when it came out, but I like it. I like it the bit at the start when they're going through SEAL training. This one will ruin it for you, but they have to eat out the bins, and they're all starving. They all try and eat out the bins, and I think that's a good part. But it's a Ridley Scott film. What, if you've got thoughts on any of these movies, tell me what you think of them in the comments. I would like to know. Do you think, does anyone like this, like me? Or do you all hate it? What do you think of the movie? So that will go there. So that's 2 I'm going to need to make space for. To be honest with you, the Hunger Games will make 2 or 3 spaces, probably 4 spaces, but I didn't want to go like that. I didn't want to have no spaces. I want to have a few spaces on the shelf. So we'll need 2. And Larry sent me a package, and I know what's in this package because I asked him to pick it up in his CEX for me. And it's a film that I enjoy. I've seen it a few times over the years, and I thought it was really creepy, really good. But it seems to be quite hard to get on Blu-ray. Well, it's not hard. Nothing's hard if you've got loads of money, is it? You can go and buy it and things like that. But what I mean is that it was always at a price point that I thought was too high, which was £13, £14 on eBay. And with that, and it was in CEX for like £4, and I always begrudged the postage at CEX. Well, I don't think Larry mind sending me postage, and that's really nice of him. But I just, when it's a £4 movie and it goes up to £7, I just can't do that. I did say to him, if he wanted to just send me the sleeve and the disc, that would be fine. But he has sent the whole thing, so I will show you what film we're talking about. Tomorrow I'm probably going to do a shelf video of my last box set, so just look out for that. So this is the one that I asked Larry to pick for me. I pre-sliced it. I haven't actually opened it yet to look at the condition because it's CEX, as you know. Should check all those discs as well, but I'll do that after. Oh, I think I've got this on DVD, but I don't know if this is the version I've got. The tormented version with unseen footage, not seen in. Let's take the CEX sticker off and see what it says. Not seen in the cinema, and it is Mirrors with Kiefer Sutherland. Again, this is an older Blu-ray, but I really liked this when I watched it. I thought it was creepy, I thought it was insightful, I thought it was quite a good horror movie, type of horror movie that I enjoy. So very thank you to Larry for picking that up for me in his local CEX. Somebody's decided to number this one 002 in the collection. You can see my reflection on there. But under the disc is absolutely perfect, so that's absolutely great. So that is what I've got, and that's quite a lot, isn't it? For someone that says he's not got a lot of space, it is quite a lot. But my one in, one out policy, I'm enjoying doing that. Any thoughts on that? Any thoughts on any of the movies or anything you want to say, pop it in the comments and I'll get back to you. And if you do think of earning your subscription today, then certainly do that. Don't know why I just touched my eyebrow, but I'll leave you to it. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.